Goliath and Leviathan show. I am Goliath.
And I am Leviathan. And on today's episode,
We're going to be talking about welfare.
welfare indeed.
Episode 6.
Episode 6. This is going pretty good,
Yeah.
man. We're doing, again, on a roll, hitting some topics, and you can take it away, Goliath.
Yeah, well, first I want to start off with what is welfare, because I feel like people get confused on what welfare actually is, because, you know, the definition of welfare, according to Google and the Wikipedia and all that stuff, is financial support given to people in need.
Right.
Which is okay, but what about the millions of other people in this country that take advantage of the benefits that welfare gives to them?
Right.
You know, we have almost 100 million Americans that are on welfare now.
Wow.
Over 100 million.
100 million.
So 21.2% of the population.
And this is where's the analytics? This is on
statisticbrain.com.
statisticbrain.com. So if you guys want to look at the actual statistic number, that's
total federal government spending on welfare programs, that's not even including food stamps or unemployment, is over $158 billion a year.
It's astronomical. It's
doubled under Obama than when it was under Bush.
Right. I mean, for me, it's welfare. If there's a reason to help people like that, actually, if you're somebody who's physically disabled and like mentally disabled, and you're trying and you hurt yourself and you're willing to pay back money to get back on your feet, and it's a way of trying to find a balance, but there's a definite number of a lot of people that are not injured, that are of perfectly fine health, that are perfectly capable and of well body and mind, that can work and decide not to, that decide to live off.
Well, that's the thing, because they know people that how to cheat the system and beat the system.
Yeah. They
know that the way that they're living will be better than them trying to just find a job and just get thrown out there and find a job. Because there's a funny meme that I saw a while back too that said that had a carriage full at the grocery store full, and it says, "That's how you live when you're on welfare." And it had someone who has a full-time job.
Next to her, a little girl.
Next to it, they were carrying like a basket with like 2 or 3 items in it.
Yeah.
And it just goes to show you, and the welfare rewards people when every kid that they have. If you can't afford having any children, then you shouldn't be having any kids.
Right.
Because welfare sees that, I'm gonna pop another kid out next year, because then that will keep my welfare benefits up and make me receive more government assistance.
Right.
And
originally, like a lot of plans and policies, I mean, welfare, if you look at it, it was implemented back, I want to say towards after the Great Depression.
Yeah.
I mean, it was because the people back then during the Great Depression, if you're comparing to today's standards, like people actually not only were they out of work, but they were willing to work, and it's
they wanted to get off of it.
They wanted to get off of it, and they wanted to pay back their debts. It's
social. Welfare is a social.
It's a socialist
system.
Yeah.
It's for people depending on the state government and region and all of that.
Mm-hmm.
So, welfare is a big problem, and under Donald Trump,
well, it's getting cut.
It's getting cut.
I mean, the policies of all this stuff going on. I mean, for a long, long time, the Republicans have been trying to cut welfare, and there's going to be deep cuts coming in come this December. A lot of people aren't really talking about it. A lot of the mainstream media, because they don't want people to panic. Because what's going to happen is a lot of people are going to be cut from welfare.
Yeah.
Section 8 housing. It's because the country is under so much debt already, it cannot sustain anymore. There's no more water that can be squeezed out of a rock, basically. Right. And the people, a lot of people are going to be very, very upset because they've been taking advantage of a system without a care or understanding of, okay, how it's affecting other people that actually work. Because my money, when you work, Goliathan, it's going to them. It's going to not just them, but other socialist programs. But a lot of it does go to to prop up a broken system.
I have no problem in helping
with charity.
people in needy.
With charity,
yes,
yes.
But it's when people that take advantage of it and they're living better than people that are working full-time jobs.
Yeah.
That's my biggest problem
Yeah.
with it. Like we said, it's there's probably millions of people that need the welfare. And
Of course.
They want to get off it. You know, they can't because maybe they have some health ailments or issues that are going on where they need that, you know, for help to get by.
Well, I mean, and it also, if you look at it with welfare, for people that are on it for a small amount of time, they want to get off. Some of them do want to get off of it, but they can't because it's a way of keeping you down. It's like it doesn't help you grow in a sense of trying to gain more wealth. It stagnates the economy and it stunts your advantages. And for some people, it's like they'll use it for a little bit of time, but then they can't really branch out to other things.
I mean, here's a statistic here from statisticbrain.com. It even says number of U.S. states where welfare pays more than the average salary of a U.S. teacher. 8 states.
Oh, 8 states.
So you're making more money than a teacher in high school or in middle school is making.
I want to say, let me guess, is California on there?
California's one of them, yes.
Yes, yeah.
And you know, the average time that people are on welfare, 20% of them was over 5 years. 27% of them is 2 to 5 years. So it's not like you're on it for, you know, half a year or a year.
And then
the majority of people are on it depending on it for a long, long time.
Mm-hmm.
You know, that's more than enough time to try to get on your feet and find something.
Right.
You know, I mean, I know it sounds harsh, but it's just the reality that, you know, you can't just like smooch off of the government. You can't, because you have hardworking people out there that are paying for it because that's what taxes are for.
We're struggling.
So,
we're struggling.
We're struggling as well.
Yeah.
We're struggling as well. You know, I don't have extra money to pay my bills at the, you know,
yeah,
I just have enough to get by.
And you work 2 full-time jobs.
I work 2 full-time jobs.
You know, that's Goliath, and Leviathan, I work a full-time job myself, you know, and it's like, obviously we have other expenses and things, and everybody's got their own stories of hardships and obligations and things to pay for, but with welfare, it's not helping people. It's crippling people. Again, it's a socialist program that originally had a purpose of only going so far.
Right, it came out pretty much in the Great Depression, 1935.
FDR, yeah, during FDR.
That was obviously the Great Depression, and you understand in that sense because everybody was needy at that time.
Yeah.
Everybody.
But people were working. Well, I mean, even through the hardships, people were willing to do whatever it took to work.
They did whatever it took. They were holding up signs,
yeah,
you know, on street corners just to hope that someone will hire them for work and they'll make, you know, money, whatever it is during that day. You know, there are people that would be going to the loading docks. They'll be pounding on the fences and they'll be getting hand-picked by the bosses over there at the loading docks. It was in that movie, that boxing movie, Cinderella Man.
Yeah.
About that boxer from...
with Russell Crowe.
Russell Crowe, great movie.
Yeah.
And it's all true, based on...
Yeah, it's based on truth. I mean, with Hollywood, they tend to skew things, but there's a lot of truth based in the movie.
Yeah.
So.
Like, they had those... you know, everything with the Great Depression, we're not talking about that topic now, but that's how this started. You know, the Great Depression was 80 years ago.
Yeah.
You know, so it's time to...
And if you look at it, it definitely, everything seems to be revving up to possibly lead into another depression. Like, through the economy, through everything, and unfunded liabilities and debts. And the truth of the matter is, there's more people that are putting their hand in the cookie jar than actually replenishing it. There's more people that are taking out money.
Well, that's the thing. Welfare is they expanded it too in the 1960s too to more
the cities.
programs,
in the
cities to, you know, like you said, everyone's got their hand in the cookie jar to try to take from, you know, these programs, and that's exactly what socialism is. That's a socialist program welfare. Yeah, and that's what it's doing. It's draining our funds. It's you know what I'm saying?
Well, and the youth. You take money from future stocks and you're basically putting liabilities on the next generation. Whether it's not just the millennial generation or the generation after us or the generation following them. I mean, the national debt of this country is over $20 trillion. Let me say that again. The national debt of the United States of America is over $20 trillion. and it's astronomical how high the amount of waste is. It just money is just pissing away, and it's not that welfare can't be used with charities or something, but I'm just saying
It's just all the unnecessary things that come with it. Like you
right.
have them getting free phones, like Obama
The
gave the
Obama
Obama
phone,
phones, and
yeah.
you're giving necessities that, I mean, up until 10, 15 years ago, people didn't have cell phones or really need it. You know
No,
what
they
I'm
had a
saying?
flip phone,
They
or
had
they
flip
had basic
phones.
phone. I mean,
But then you're having people that aren't working that are having all the necessities that a person who's working their butts off to have.
yeah,
And you're just giving it away. And that's my biggest problem with welfare. Because,
yeah.
of course, helping the needy is great,
There's
but
with charities, but and you look at it, a lot of the charities have been kind of shunned away and pushed away through bigger incentives because charities, if you look at it, whether it's going to a church for a charity or an organization, it actually wants to help you better yourself. Whereas if you look at it with the government, it doesn't want you to better yourself because it's a way of making you a member of the plantation. That's basically, in a sense, you're a government employee. You're not a member of bettering yourself, a way of branching out.
yeah, Trump even said he wants to cut welfare recipients by 6 million.
Yeah,
Starting soon, like December. He
December. This
said.
December. This December, there's going to be massive welfare cuts. So again, and a lot of people are going to be very unhappy about this.
And then didn't even Trump put in the place if you're an immigrant here, you can't have welfare, you can't receive health care benefits. I mean, welfare benefits. You got to get off that. Because you have people that are coming into this country getting welfare, living better than American citizens.
People that came in legally.
People
came in legally, or people that have been here for a long, long time and need help and they can't get it. But again, we'll talk more in detail on this. We're kind of approaching almost the 15-minute mark. Again,
yeah, we just wanted to talk about all the important things that are going on in this country. Welfare is definitely a topic, a conversation. There's a lot going on, and we hope that we clear the situation up.
We'll go into more detail about it, more stats. But yeah, look into more information for yourselves. Keep doing research, and guys, comment down below, subscribe, like, write down. It's a free platform to write what you guys feel. So it helps give us feedback too. So if there's something you want us to talk about a little bit more in depth, feel free to jump on.
Any topic you want us to talk about, write it down. We'll see it in the comments and we'll try to get to it.
Yeah, we'll try. So again, it's an open society. There's supposed to be a dialogue, and there's not a lot of dialogue. There are some dialogue, but dialogue is being silenced for purposes to keep people cornered off from truth. And you want the truth. You want to be aware of things. So it's more of a red pill philosophy, like the Matrix with Morpheus. But we'll get into that in the coming episodes. Thanks, guys.
Thank you.